All right, I know so many of you are already thinking about this, right? Getting the emotions going. If you're a parent of a college-bound teen, you might be wondering, how do I get them ready for this next phase of their life? We've got Anamaria Villamarin-Lupin from the Parenting Center at Manning Family Children's joining us now with some tips to help mom and dad get through this. This is a big change for the whole family.
It is a big change, and one that I can actually attest to because I've gone through it in the last 2 years.
Okay.
So I think that in addition to thinking about those extra long twin sheets and the Brita filter, there are definitely things to talk about with our young people that whether they're going really far away or they're still at home but going to start school, or this just next step. We have found, and some years ago, Julie Litko-Himmel wrote a book on how to raise an adult, because there was just a knowledge that there's a lot of lacking in skills, basic skills. We want to make sure that our young people are successful adults and that they can thrive. And sometimes we have helped a little too much with the basic tasks at home. And so now they're going to be on their own and doing laundry. Figuring out how do you sort those clothes out. When do you use bleach? There is not an app for everything.
Life skills.
There's not an app for everything. So even if they're in the dorm and they have a meal plan, having basic knowledge of cooking, because again, this isn't the next phase. They'll come home if they do, but eventually they'll be on their own. This is the beginning of being on their own. So giving them those skills, empowering them, letting them feel efficacious, like they can do this, take care of themselves. You know, when you turn 18 as a parent, you don't really have access to their medical life anymore. And so that's an important conversation to talk about. Okay, your mom and your dad or whoever's in charge of you is not going to be calling the doctor for your yearly checkup, and you have to be in charge of your health. So those are just some of those basic life skills.
And plus I think once you feel empowered, like, okay, I learned how to do laundry and I can do this myself, then it almost is giving them permission to try to figure out other things. And then they'll, you know, I know you want your kids to call you all the time, but giving them that empowerment to do it on their own, I think, like you said, is really going to help them in that next phase gradually. Okay, so we talked about the life skills. Those are great ones. How about financial skills?
So financial skills are, well, obviously very important. And regardless of how the college experience is being paid and how money is coming in or out, having a conversation with your young person about it. You know, a lot of times we don't talk about money. It feels taboo. It feels just not a comfortable conversation. But in fact, we need to demystify this conversation. We need to put it out on the table and have our children be a part of the conversation. This is how much it costs. This is what's coming in. This is what we expect you to do. For recreational money, how do you keep track of your money? Back in the day, we had to learn how to balance a checkbook. Nobody's balancing checkbooks that I know.
A little different now.
It's a little different, but you still need to keep track. You still need to understand how that works, that what comes in goes out. If you're going to start credit, then you have to have that conversation.
And I know we're out of time, but there's just one more quick note. Let's just tell the last one they need to work on.
Just one quick note, young people are going to mess up. Our brains don't finish developing until our mid-20s, and so just giving grace, and please just open the door for having effective communication. We have a class tomorrow, and that's really the key to all of this, how to effectively communicate with your young person.
I love that. All right, check out those classes. We have them linked on our website at the Parenting Center. They always have great advice for the whole family. And let's get our